Welcome back to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast. And in case you're just joining us, you're listening to the Alien Spaceship Talkshow podcast with Emmy Hikins and Trevor Gear.
It's actually doing 15 to the dozen in terms of where it's going up to form certain letters and certain words. And for that reason, I think it's an incredible muscle come organ. And of course, the other side of it, as well as speaking, and that's what we talked about, the proverb, is the eating and swallowing. Again, when we eat, we think of perhaps our gnashers, our teeth, chewing the meat or whatever we're eating. We're not really thinking about what the tongue is doing in all that. And it is quite a sizable part of our mouth, the tongue, but we don't feel like we've got something stuck in there that's in our way, do we? It just is doing its job in an incredible way. And it has taste buds, of course, like some of our gums and even where we swallow, the trachea, the tube. There's taste buds all over the place, which gives us a pleasure, if you like, the pleasure of eating. So the tongue is an incredible thing. And okay, one thing we don't do is religion. We don't talk about religion on our podcast. We touch on it occasionally. And in some ways, I think it's a shame, not because I think we should discuss religion. People have all sorts of views and beliefs, and we don't want to offend anybody with things we may say, and that would be the last thing we would do. But it's a shame in some ways because, for example, for me, the idea of, I'm a believer, as it happens, of course, like most of us, in evolution, whether that's the creator's way of creating the world or whatever other people believe. Evolution is clearly something. What I sometimes think, and I relate this to other parts of the body, other organs as well, is even though we've been around the Earth, humans have been around probably in some form for towards 1 million years, but maybe far less than that in terms of modern humans. But has there been enough time to evolve from the primordial soup that was where there were single-celled amoebas or other beings? You think of the complexity of humans, what we are. You look at people playing sport, look at footballers or any walking along the street, and it sometimes occurs to me that every single part of a human is alive. We're full of cells, living cells, aren't we? There's not, our leg, part of our leg isn't dead and we drag it along. We're thriving, thrusting, individual human beings, which is a remarkable thing in itself. And I think, maybe it's something we don't always think about enough, just how we have evolved into what we have now. And it's presumably true to say that evolution will go on with, choosing the best, most advantageous way of continuing the human race. So, yeah, that's my thought about that. And when I say about religion, only in the sense that just touching on things at the edges, if you like, saying, yeah, it's amazing how we have developed into what we are. Many of us believe we have a creator, something we call God. Some think, well, there may just be a creative force called nature. But possibly other people would like to contribute what they think along those lines. Anyway, I've gone off subject a little bit there. That was basically about the tongue and what an amazing part of our body it actually is. So that's that, Cuz. Now let's get on to the quiz. I've got about 3 quizzes here, so we're going to be pushed for time, so we'll continue them maybe next week. Let's do, first of all, some relatively easy, or so they tell us, music questions. Okay, so you being a music expert, I expect you to come up good. I expect you to come up good with these answers. Okay, these should be straightforward. First of all, who sings "Man, I Feel Like a Woman"?
Oh, yeah. You start with the easy one. That's good. Really good. Shania Twain, Canadian pop singer, yeah.
And where does she come from?
Canada.
Absolutely right, yeah. Okay, where was David Bowie from?
David Bowie's English. But I don't
English,
know.
but more specifically.
And more specifically, is he from Preston, David Bowie?
Preston? No. No, he's from part of London, and I declare an interest. He's from a place called Brixton in London, which is actually where I was born and reared and brought up. So I know Brixton pretty well from my child days. And actually, there's who sings the song? This is not part of the quiz, but there's a song, Electric Avenue. What's his name? Excellent. So I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name.
No. Anyway, Electric Avenue is in Brixton. That's where the singer of that song and the writer guy is Eddie something. Anyway, it'll come back. But yeah, that's where that is. Okay, David Bowie.
We're going to take a short break now. We're back shortly. You've been listening to the Alien Spaceship Talk Show with Trevor Gear and Emmy Hikins. The Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast is looking for sponsors. If you're a company out there looking to spread the word about the products and services you provide, please get in touch with Deepstuff Radio Podcast on info@deepstuffrecords.com, or to use the contact form on our website to contact us, please visit radio.deepstuffrecords.com. Also, if you're looking to get involved on the Alien Spaceship Talk Show podcast, reach out via our Deepstuff Radio Facebook page. Thank you.